day. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Russell Wilson and the Houston Texans taking on Jordan Love and the Kansas City Chiefs.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles... Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Love going to throw right away. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Dobbins. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. 2nd down and a yard. The tight end in motion right. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it with Dobbins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Dobbins trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A.J. Dillon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. And he's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw. Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Josh Downs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the...
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Josh Downs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for... The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Love going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
What the hell?
We've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Dobbins running out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. And this one is incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, You got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Looking for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. On second down, a run with Dobbins. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
He just came back, dude.
Obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now Dillon on the inside give. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jordan Love keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Boy, CD. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. On first and 10, Love. Catch is made by Metcalf. Gets through, and now an opening. Still going. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. DK Metcalf, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to widen their advantage. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play. Yeah. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. From the 21, it's second and 10. To throw now, here's Love. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Love. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Love. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Texans. All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Love from the gun. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Back to throw. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The Chiefs on third down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Love. He'll let one go deep for downs. Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Chiefs can... The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that foot. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Love from the gun on 3rd down. A leap, and he's got it. Travis Kelce finding a way to get the feet down. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Metcalf, what a catch. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Down inside the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 32. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. A stoppage here for an injury, and not what you want to see. J.K. Dobbins in a little bit of pain after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. He'll let one go deep for downs. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a...
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Love now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down. Love. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Here's a give to Dobbins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain.
Reaching up for it, and he's got it. DK Metcalf high in the air to bring it in. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was...
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 77 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 245 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing. Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Love. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, the KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game well decided a long time ago.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And into
heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he is going to bring this back inside the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for KC. 48 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Love looking to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can...
A leap, and he's got it. DK Metcalf with an acrobatic catch. And the Chiefs continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much...
We are in the fourth and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. First down, Love to pass. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. A 2nd down throw for Love. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Kansas City, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.